Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. It's been so long. So I decided to upload this video. So you'll be learning how to make the turban. If it is something you're interested in, please stay, watch, and see the trickish part, how I made it. Okay, it's a detailed tutorial. Okay, so relax and let's watch. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. So we'll be starting with the turban base. So this is for the band. So this is 16 inches by 3.5 inches. And I have 6 pieces of it here. 16 inches by 3.5 inches. And it is 6 pieces. So the 16 inches should be cut across the stretchy parts. Okay? Make sure that the part you are cutting the 16 inches is along the stretchy part. So you see, I'm trying to form my V shape. So this turban has multiple V shape. So I cross it over just like that. See the way I folded the open part facing downwards, facing me, and then the place the other one on it like so. So you see, just watch carefully as you listen. Now I will be pinning down. After pinning down, I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll sew down. Okay, I'll be demonstrating how I'll be sewing it. I'll just sew from one end to the other, just the way we make our normal V-shape turban. So just sew across along that part, just curve it like so. So this is it. I've already sewn it. So this is what it looks like. See that? You see the curve? See? So now again, guys, we'll be placing another piece on it, another pair. Okay? We'll get it just like the way we placed the first one. We'll place it starting from that side that we began. Okay? You place it like so. And then you get the other one and also place it on it like that. So in case you have been wondering how to make this very turban with multiple V shapes, I hope you watch and learn. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are yet to. Don't forget to like this video. Okay? We put in much work to edit, to shoot this video, and then to edit it and then post it. So don't forget to like this video, share it, and also leave a comment for me. If you have any question, please do well to leave the question in the comment section and I'll make sure to reply when I say it. Okay, so just like I did the first one, I went ahead to sew the second one, and you can see that. So now I'll be placing the last pair. Place it just same way, and we are done with the band. Okay, we'll be placing it just the same way we did for the first and the second, and then we'll be sewing down again. Take it to our sewing machine and we'll sew down just like that. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and don't forget to leave your question in the comment section. Okay, so now I'm done sewing at this point, and this is now what I have. Okay, you see that it's looking all nice. Now I'll be trimming off the excesses. Okay, in case you don't want this part to be very bulky, when you are coming here, you should take it up a little bit. Like if you don't want it to be so bulky at that part, okay, curve it well, okay, so that it doesn't come out bulky at that part. So I've trimmed off the excesses, and now I'll be getting the turban body. This is the turban body. So I'll measure and I'll tell you the measurement I have. About I have about 27 inches by 12 inches. Yeah, 27 inches should be cut along the stretchy part, while the 12 inches is along the non-stretchy part. So fold it into two and then you notch your middle, the midpoint, okay? This is so that you know how you are placing it. So fold your turban, the band into two and then you take your measurement. If you are working with the head circumference of 22 inches, you go ahead to cut it out. So 2 inches divided by 2 should give me 11 inches. So I'll cut out, okay? If you are working with a very stretchy fabric, please do well to minus about half an inch from the head circumference so that it's very tight on your client's head. So but here I'm not working with a very, this pole is not very stretched, okay? So I'll just be cutting exactly at 11 inches and then use half an inch join to join it, okay? And then I'll be left with 21 inches. So this is just it. So just cut the head circumference you are working with, okay? And then we'll be moving on. See, indicate the midpoint. See, the midpoint is that part that is very V. Now we'll be placing it on our turban, okay? Midpoint to midpoint, okay? We'll be laying it down on the turban body, midpoint to midpoint, and that will be it. We will now pin down from one end to another and then from the other end to another, and then we'll sew down just like that. So after pinning down, now I'll be taking it to my sewing machine to sew down, okay? So let's just wash carefully. I'll be taking it to my sewing machine, and then there, guys, when you are sewing this, make sure that you sew it in such a way that the part, the last the last thread showing, okay, on the band, it will not show after sewing it. So you just sew it, either you sew it on top of this last thread or you sew it behind it, okay, so that it doesn't show after you are done sewing. We want to achieve a neat work. So now this is it, I'm done sewing, and as you can see, guys, this is it. This part looks, this V part, you can see that it's very bulky. It's looking so bulky to me. So what I'll be doing now is that I'll go back to my sewing machine and then I'll curve it in a bit more, okay? I'll curve it in a bit more and then cut off the excess and cut off more from it. So I'll just take it to my sewing machine and then I'll curve it in a bit more and then cut off, okay, in case yours is bulky. So that's just it. So this is the part I was trying to let you know. So I'll be trimming off more. See that? Just trim off more because don't want it bulky there at all. That thing looking bulky doesn't look good. So this is it. So now, guys, we fold into two. We have to fold into two now, and then we'll be closing our turban. Take our measurement, and then we've already trimmed it off before, right? So in case you've not trimmed yours off, do well to trim it off at this point. So this is what we'll be doing. So if you want to give it a backdrop effect, you can then, there's another way to do that, but I didn't give this one a backdrop effect, so I can't show you right now. So just curve it the way we close our normal turban body, and then we trim off the excesses, and then we do our running stitches round it. So don't forget to run your stitches, the running stitches round it with your needle and thread. Okay. I think this part is looking, say that I was just trying to let you know that I curved it in. That's why it stopped looking so bulky. See? That's just it. So now after that, you just see what I'm trying to show you indicates, like you bring the thread in, you curve it in a bit more. If you don't want it to be bulky at that part, you curve it in like, I don't know how to explain it, but just the way my fingers were indicating, that's just the way that you require to do it more. Just trying to show us the one that I did. So now I'll be running my stitch. You run your gather stitches around it, and then you stop before the band. You don't get to the band when you are doing this. So now I'll be running our stitches round it, our gather stitches round it, and that will be all for the turban body. So that's all for the turban body. Now our turban body is ready. We'll be moving on to the unicorn design. Oh, what name do you think I should give this turban? It's very special to me, Sha. I made it personal. I was just trying to make something for myself. And I like all those mighty looking things. So I love unique things. So see what I'm cutting now. This is 2.5 inches. The width is 2.5 inches, and I'll be showing us the length. I have 6 pieces of it. I have 6 pieces of this 2.5 inches, and then I used about 20 inches in length. I used about 20 inches for the length. Yeah. So guys, you see what I'll be doing. I'll fold right sides facing each other, and then I'll stitch it close from one end to the other. I'll stitch the sides, just the side, that side, I'll stitch it close, and then stitch one part of the open ends closed. You see that? See why the other part is left open. So we'll be leaving only one part open when we are doing this. So now we'll be turning it inside out. So now I'll be using this to turn it inside out. So you just turn it inside out like so. So I had 6 pieces, and now I have this, my wadding. It is 1.5 inches, right, by 25 inches. Okay. So guys, let me make this clear. The fabric I had was 27 inches long by 2.5 inches. I know I said 20 inches earlier, but no, the fabric is 27 inches by 2.5 inches. And now I have this wadding, also 6 pieces, and it is 1.5 inches by 25 inches long. I made it shorter. Okay, so now I'll just stitch close the ends of the wadding, okay, so that it's easier for me to push it in. See what I'm doing now? And then if you notice, the sewn part of the fabric is facing is at the middle. Okay, this is so that when I place it down on my turban, on the turban, the sewn part will be hidden. So that is just it, so that the sewn part will be hidden. So now I'm done. I have the 6 pieces ready. One end of this is closed. See? So now I'll be placing it on my fabric. Now I'll be taking three pair, like 3. I'll be fixing 3 on one side, on the left side, and 3 on the right side. So right now I have, okay, sorry, I forgot, it's 8. Oh my god, it took me a long time to edit video, so I totally forgot. Please, this is 8. I have 8 pieces, not 6. I have 8 pieces. Don't mind the wrong information I gave earlier. So I have 8 pieces of this. The fabric, 8 pieces, measured 2.5 inches by 27 inches in length. And the wadding that I placed inside measures 1.5 inches by 25 inches in length, and I have 8 pieces of each. I sewed the fabric closed, leaving one side, just one open end, okay, so that it will help me fix my wadding inside it. And that is all. So I've fixed the wadding. Right now I've fixed all the wadding inside the fabrics, okay. So now I got 4. I'll be placing 4 on the right side and 4 on the left side. So I have 4 here. So that is what I'm trying to attach to my turban. Now, first of all, I'm sewing the ends together, okay? After sewing it together like this, now I'll be placing it on my turban to sew it down. So that is it. After placing it like so, I'll be placing it on my turban. So guys, after I was done stitching those ends together, holding the four pieces together, I had to start placing it on my turban. I'll be stitching it down with my needle and thread. So guys, before you do this, I advise that you use your chalk to trace out where you will be sewing it, how you will be attaching it, the way you want it to be. Okay, that will make the work easier for you. Okay, so right now I'm with my chalk. So this is my fabric chalk. So I'll be tracing out how I want it to go. Okay, so this makes your work easier, so that when you are attaching, you don't attach it wrongly. Okay, so I'm tracing it out the way I want it to be. I'm just tracing it out now on my fabric, my turban. So after I'm done tracing it out now, I will go ahead to attach it. So this is what I'm doing now, attaching it just like the way I'm supposed to attach it. So I took it from my dummy's head and now I'm attaching it. So I'll be just, it's nothing much here right now. You just to use your needle and thread and then attach it. Just attach it, make the threads hidden. Okay, I use the particular way while making this. Okay, let me wait so that we can move together. Now you see the way I'm attaching it. You can watch carefully at this point. At this point, guys, have you subscribed? Have you liked this video? Have you shared it with someone? Please do so. Okay, let's encourage me, let's encourage us. Okay, so just like, share and subscribe. Now this is what we are doing. Now you can see the way I'm just attaching it to my turban body, just attaching it to my turban body like so. So just make the thread hidden. Just try as much as possible to make the thread hidden. So before I got to the midpoint, I had to measure out about 3 inches. Okay, 2 inches from the midpoint. That was where I stopped. Okay, 2.5 inches from the midpoint. I stopped at 2.5 inches before the midpoint. So in the same way that I attached the first one, I'll go ahead and then attach for the other side. Place the 4 together and then hold them down with my needle and thread, and then go ahead, trace it out on my turban body, and then attach it just the same way that I did for the other one. Okay, use your chalk, trace it out just like we did for the first one, and then go ahead now to attach it with your needle and your thread. And also we'll be stopping 2.5 inches before the middle, just like we did for the other side. Okay, so just watch carefully and then we'll be done with this very soon. So 2.5 inches from the middle is where we'll be stopping. So just go ahead and attach it. So now I'm done attaching at this point, and this is what we have. So guys, you mustn't make the unicorn design like I did. You can just do something else, make something else as you wish. Okay, so now you see at that point where we stopped, measure from that point and make sure that what you have there is about, okay, let's check. I'll be showing you so I don't give any false information. Okay, so from that point where we stopped, okay, measure about 10 inches. Make sure that what you have there is 10 inches. So you do this and make sure that all the 8 pieces, that is 4 pieces on this side, 4 pieces on the other side, 4 pieces on the other side. Make sure that what you have there is just 10 inches. You can now cut off the excesses that you have. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do at this point. I'm trying to make sure that from that point where we stopped, that what we have there is 10 inches. Okay, so I'll be using this now to trim off for the rest of them. So now that's what I'm doing at this point, trimming off for the rest of them. So I'm trimming them off. So I will also do same for the other side, and then we are done for now. So now we'll be forming our unicorn design. How do we do this? Now guys, we'll be closing this end. We can't leave it like this, you know. We love neat works. So just pull out. You see this? Just pull out. Pull down. Just pull it out. Push down as possible. Like take it down as much as possible. And now you trim off a little from it. After you're done trimming off a little from it, now we'll get our millinery wire. This is a millinery wire. Just look at the video at the top. You will find out that they come in different colors. These two colors, golden and silver colors. Okay, you can use any one you like. Just if you have a thicker one, you can use it. If you have the lighter ones, you can use it. This one I used is a very light one, though I prefer the thicker ones. Okay, so just like so, you attach it using your glue, the hot glue. You can see the way I'm attaching it. Okay, so I just attached it at the middle. That is, from that, just attached it on the wording. Okay, the wording that I placed inside is where I attached it. So that is all. Now we will cut off. Now this is all we'll be doing for the 8 pieces. Now after attaching it, after gluing it down to the middle of this wording, we'll be pulling back our fabric. We're pulling our fabric back up. Okay, so and that is it. Now after pulling it up, we'll be folding this thing in. See, that was the reason why we cut out about half an inch from it. So this is just how you'll be folding. You push it in, push the rough edges in. Just push it in like so, and then you take it to your sewing machine, and then you sew down. Take it to your sewing machine and then sew down. So you see, just sew it down like so. This is what I'll be doing for the 8 pieces. That is 4 on this side and 4 on the other side. So just the same thing. We'll be doing same thing for all of them. Pull down as much as you can. Pull it down as far as you can. Okay, as much as you can. Cut out about half an inch from it, or 0.75 from it. Okay, and then you add glue to the middle, and then you now add your copper wire. Yeah, this is that wire I was using. The iron I was using is called copper wire. It's a wire. Okay, it's a millinery stuff, and then it's not millinery wire, it's a copper wire, please. So don't get me wrong, this is a copper wire. The wire I used is called a copper wire. Okay, it's flexible. It's just the one that I use for making the tutorials for the crinoline spiral and all those things. If you've watched it on my channel, it's the same wire that I used. So after pulling it up, now we'll fold in. So after pulling up, we'll now fold in, push it in like so, and then we'll go and then stitch down on our sewing machine. Stitch down. So we'll be doing this for the rest of the pieces. Okay, then I'll come back. Now at this point, I'm done doing that. I'm done with it. I'm done doing what I have to do. You see that they are all stitched down and looking neat. So now we'll be forming our design. That's very funny. This design looks very funny. I've not even, but it's really beautiful. Yeah, gold black with golden is always a unique color. It's a royal color. So you see the way I just joined the 2 points together. Join them together and then tag them down with my needle and thread. Like I use my needle and thread to tag them together. You see, I just brought them up at that top and then join them together using my needle and thread. After doing that, then we'll be forming our design. It's very easy tutorial. Okay, so I have this piece of fabric that is just one that I cut off from those long things. Now I'll be placing it. So I just want to cover that edge, and then I'll be sewing down. Just want to use it. You place it, I'll bring it closer for us to see. You place it like so. The sewn part is at the middle. Okay, the sewn part now we'll be using it as the wrong side. So you'll be placing the right side on it like so, and then you'll be stitching down. So now you just stitch down. After stitching down, guys, you cut off the excess and then you turn it over to the right side. Did you know my camera wasn't recording when I cut off? Okay, I just finished sewing. Okay, then I trimmed off the excess and then I turned it over. Okay, now be the sewn part now will be at the front because we'll be covering the piece at the front. Okay, so you pull it down so that it gives you that firm stuff. So at this point, this is what we have. It took me time to actually edit this video, so I wasn't really so familiar with everything that I did. That's why I was giving some misinformation. So guys, remember that we have 4 on this side and 4 on the other side. So I just separated them, the 4 per side. Okay, just separate the 4 per side. Okay, just separate the 4 per side and then just separate the 4 per side and then you bend it like so. This is just wash carefully, and this is more of washing than listening. Separate the 4 per side and then you just look carefully to see how I separate them and make them look like that unicorn design. And if you have a name for this turban, please drop it at the comment section. I would love to hear what you all have to call this. Leave your comments at the comment section. Okay, so this is it. This is more like a 2-in-1 tutorial. The turban base and then the forming of pleats, separate pleats, and then this unicorn design. It's more like 3-in-1 design. Okay, 3-in-1 design, yeah. So just give it a name, leave it at the comment section. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe to this channel. Okay, more tutorials are coming up. I've missed posting a full video, like I've only been posting short, so but I'm back and then I'll start editing again. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So you see the way I was just separating and then making them sit. Okay, now after this I'll be embellishing. Now we're already coming to the end of this video. It's just a few seconds away. Now I'll be embellishing with this golden design. Okay, this I got it 1.15 per yard, but I'm sure it's no longer the same, like that. It's no longer the same price now. Okay, so be using my hot glue and then I'll be attaching this, using it just to embellish it round. Okay, and then I'll be placing some few at those points at the edge where I stitched down, just to give it more like that golden design. Okay, so whatever you want to use to embellish, just go ahead and embellish yours. If you have any question, please drop it for me. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you all.